Hi, and welcome to episode number 13 of Get Involved Pittsburgh here on PCTV21 and 47. My name is Tom Baker, and I'm your host of Get Involved Pittsburgh. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Hope you're looking forward to enjoying the next hour together. We've got some great guests on the show. This is our 13th episode of Get Involved Pittsburgh, so hopefully it'll be a lucky one. We do have a great cast of characters that will be sharing their expertise with you, their insights, and their ideas on how you can get more involved here in Western Pennsylvania. We're a Jefferson Award-winning television show, which is a great thing, and things are definitely going well for Get Involved. Our nonprofit organization, Get Involved, Inc., provides training programs. We have the Fast Track Community Leaders Program. We have 30 graduates of that program now. We do the monthly Power Hour series, the monthly Morning Mix series, and also the annual Service Summit. We're going to have the 4th annual Pittsburgh Service Summit coming up this spring. We just had the 2nd annual Harrisburg Service Summit in South Central PA, and this spring as well, we're going to have our first ever Washington, D.C. Service Summit. So we're taking the Get Involved show definitely on the road. Our cast for today's show, we're going to have Lindsay Smith, Ime Alaquiva, Marissa Doyle, R.J. Thompson, Seth Corbin, and Ali McMutrie. So it should be a great cast here. The main goal of the show, though, is really for you to find more ways to give back, to make a difference in our region. Big believer that there's no reason to ever be bored in Pittsburgh. That's something that I've believed my whole life since I was 5, 6, 7 years old, literally going from event to event in our city with my dad, who was a public school teacher. He was Albert Einstein, the mascot of the Pittsburgh Public Schools, and that's Albert with an O-W-L, Albert Einstein, and just always enjoyed being involved with him. He passed away, sadly, when he was 39 years old, when I was 12. I was very lucky, though, to have a mom that stepped up to the plate, literally, and she became a Little League coach, a Pony League coach, and a Colt League coach. She was a cool mama then, and she definitely still is. So that's really what the show is all about, is being out there, being quirky, being yourself, and we always bring you guests who have a lot of terrific stories to share about their experiences. And our final guest today on episode number 13 of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV21 is Ali McMutrie. Ali is, I think, a recognizable face in this region, and for all the work that she's doing with Haitian Families First. How's it going, Ali?
Great. It's going really well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. To kick things off, one of our earlier guests on the show, Lindsay Smith, you and her were the lunchtime keynotes at our 2nd annual Empowership Conference, so thanks very much for sharing with the crowd there. They loved you.
Oh, yeah, that was such a good experience. It was a great crowd. A lot of people my age, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. We had a lot of college students, a lot of young professionals, and they really enjoyed your story and your message for sure. So for those folks that are watching at home, what is Haitians Family First?
Haitian Families First was founded by my sister and I in 2010 following the earthquake in Haiti. We had been working in Haiti since 2003. So we'd been there for quite a while, but as volunteers. So when we established Haitian Families First, our goal was to help alleviate the orphan situation by providing assistance to families in their time of need. Okay. So we have several different services that we offer. It really depends on the families and what their situation is, but we have a nutrition program, education program, and then a health and wellness program.
Great. And so you and your sister then spent a ton of your time in Haiti, right?
Correct. Yeah, we've been there full time for 6.5 years now. Okay. So we're from Pittsburgh, born and bred, and I'm here now working on fundraising and organization building and things like that temporarily. Okay, great. So you mentioned just the work that you do. Is it all ages, or mostly with kids? We work with children of all ages, and that bleeds into families. Our goal is to preserve families and to help them become self-sufficient and provide options that are sustainable for them. So while our focus is on the children, that's especially my passion is kids in Haiti. It really goes through to the entire family. Right.
And why did you and your sister decide to get involved in Haiti? I guess it could have been anywhere. What's kind of the backstory on that?
Haiti's kind of random. My sister, she's a lot older than me, so I was just...
I don't know if she'd like you saying that.
No, she wouldn't. She looks a lot younger than me, so she has that
good comeback. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
No, that's true. She wanted to volunteer overseas and didn't really care where, and found a position available in Haiti in 2002. So that part of it was random, but something about Haiti, it was meant to be. We both felt a connection just upon our first time being there, that almost 10 years later since I first visited, and I still love the country and the people, and I know that that's kind of where I'm supposed to be, you know?
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. Now, let's go back to 2010. That's when I remember first hearing about you and your sister a lot. I mean, you guys, Mikey and Big Bob would be on 96.1 KISS talking. They were talking about you guys all the time, I felt like. But
everyone, it's interesting because you've spoken of this on this episode.
Yeah.
With the last 5 people. Pittsburgh came together for us when we needed them. We were stuck there, essentially. Our house was destroyed in the earthquake, and we had all these kids we were responsible for. And it was a matter of getting the word out to the right people that we needed help, and people in this city just came together and really made that happen.
Yeah. How did they give back to you guys? Did they send money or resources? Or
mostly social media. Mostly promoting, tweeting. I didn't even know what Twitter was, honestly, during this time. But retweeting and sending the message that eventually got the people that could make those decisions aware of what was going on.
So what are some of the goals of Haitian Families First? What are just your priorities moving forward? What do you and your sister want to accomplish?
Well, right now we're supporting about 45 families, which is 80, 90 kids. And we need funds to continue doing that. Our whole mission is based on the generosity of our supporters. So my goal right now in Pittsburgh, and I am traveling a little bit locally, is to generate support and really just get our story and our message out there. I think it might surprise some people who knew of what we were doing in January of 2010 to know that we're even there still.
Sure.
A lot of people I meet are kind of surprised, like, you went back?
Right.
Well, why? So just to kind of spread that message and let people know that, yeah, we're still there, we're still working, and our ultimate goal is to change the lives of these families who need a little bit of help.
Right. Now, this movement of yours with you and your sister, it really is a family effort. I've met your dad. He's, I think, does a lot of the books and things with you guys.
Yes.
So it truly seems like a family effort. I met your dad at the BBBS Big Summer Shindig, and then he came and saw you speak at the Empowership Conference. So.
Yeah, my parents are the ultimate support. They have been since we first went, even though I was 18 and they probably wanted to just hold me back and not let me go.
You can stay here in Pittsburgh with us.
Right. Yeah. And then we have a little brother who's adopted from Haiti, Fredo. He's 6 years old, and he might be our biggest supporter. He empties his piggy bank out every couple of months and donates that to Haitian Families First.
That always blows me away when you have kids at Big Brothers, at our Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowl for Kids' Sake, and they come up literally with like their piggy banks, and they're like, here's like $27, and it's like the most meaningful $27 of the day because absolutely, it's the effort, and it also gets them set on hopefully a trajectory of being involved in philanthropic work for the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, for everyone watching at home, how can they get involved with your movement and with the work that you and your sister are doing? What's the ways to keep in touch?
We're actually trying to build a big support here in Pittsburgh. So our website is HaitianFamiliesFirst.org, and we're very active on Facebook, which is facebook.com/official Haitian Families First. So you can find tons of information there about how to get involved with what we're doing and really be a part of Haitian Families First.
All right, Allie. Well, congratulations on all the terrific things you're doing. Thanks very much for coming on the show today. And best of luck in your next travels to Haiti. I'm sure you'll be back there soon for sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, okay, all right, thanks, Allie. All right, well, that was Allie and Allie McMutrie, and she was our final guest here on episode number 13, our lucky number 13 episode of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV21 and 47. I'm Tom Baker. It's always a pleasure to be your host on the Jefferson Award-winning Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV21. The main thing that I want to leave with you after hearing from our great guests today, which were Ime Alaquiva, Lindsay Smith, Marissa Doyle, RJ Thompson, Allie McMutrie, and Seth Corbin, was that there's always something positive to do. All 6 of them shared their story. They also shared different ways that they've made a difference here in the community in Pittsburgh. And I believe that all of us can do one more thing every day to help other people. That's what we're about. As Allie shared, Pittsburgh steps up when times are tough, and that's what we all need to do. So please keep in touch with us. Our website for Get Involved is getinvolvedinc.org. You can also check us out at bakerleadership.com. Again, I just really enjoy hosting the show. I hope that you've learned something, been inspired, and been motivated to do more to get involved in Pittsburgh. Thanks so much for tuning in.